стану.
Доброго дня, шановні друзі. Дуже рада вас вітати в американському домі. Мене звати Мар'яна, я координатор заходів тут. Для нас велика честь і велика радість приймати фінал національного відбору Diamond Challenge вже другий рік поспіль. Ось, і я знову ж таки хотіла вас привітати тут. Надіюся, у вас буде 2 надзвичайно продуктивних дні. Ось, я надіюсь, що вам буде комфортно і дуже добре тут в американському домі. Якщо у вас є вільний час, будь ласка, знайомтеся з нашими ресурсами і з можливостями, які є в американському домі. Ось, хочу вам побажати ще раз 2 дуже хороших дні і нехай переможе найкращий. А зараз я передаю слово нашим організаторам. Будь ласка.
Дякую. У мене є мікрофон. Дякую. So, let's start our event, right? We're going to do it in English today. And if you still don't know me, my name is Natalia Shkurka, and I'm the project manager at the Institute of Civic Education and Public Programs in Ukraine. We are here for the amazing event, the final pitching of our project, Diamond Challenge for High School Entrepreneurs, which is supported this year under support of U.S. Embassy in Ukraine. And I'm happy to welcome Michael Hackett to give speech. He is an Assistant Cultural Affairs Officer at the Public Affairs section in the U.S. Embassy, Kyiv, Ukraine. Please welcome Michael.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. How are you today? For how many of you is this your first time to America House? First time? Yeah. Okay, but so please know that this resource is for you. This America House is intended for you to come and use it to learn more about the United States and all the things we do here. We have a lot of programming that go on here every day, including on business and entrepreneurship. So please come here, feel that it's a second home for you here at America House. Thank you, Natalia, for the introduction. My name is Michael Hackett. I'm the Assistant Cultural Affairs Officer at the U.S. Embassy here in Kyiv. I've been here for about 6 months. I administer and oversee our educational exchange programs. Programs like the Flex program, the Fulbright program, the undergraduate program. But I also have the great fortune to oversee and administer our academic grants, including the one that led to the Diamond Challenge competition that you're here for today. So for us, for me and my colleague Victoria Mikhalenko, who's here from the embassy, it's a great pleasure to see a great idea like this be realized with the motivation and energy that all of you are bringing to the pitches you're going to give today. I would like to also recognize and acknowledge our partners here, including the Institute for Civic Education and Public Programs, Natalia, and your entire team. Thank you for the wonderful work that you've done, not only today, but in everything that's led up to this, and for the outstanding work that you've done on this program.
Thank you for the support.
I also want to acknowledge the very important support with which we could never hold any of these kind of exchanges of our colleagues at the Ministry of Youth and Sport. Thank you for your continued support for these programs. They mean a lot for young people here. And yeah, as always, we really enjoy and appreciate working with you as partners. Thank you. Finally, thank you to our colleagues here at America House for hosting this today and being, as always, gracious hosts for this event. So one of the greatest parts of my job is I get the chance to go and meet young people, the future leaders of Ukraine, every single day. They could be students, the future political leaders of Ukraine. They could be tomorrow's Nobel laureate in science. They could be tomorrow's great athlete, artists, and the best businessmen and women who are going to be leading this country in not too little time. You know, that kind of leadership, it takes a lifetime to develop, which is why it's so inspiring to see young people, to see high school students already planning a career in entrepreneurship, already thinking about ideas that will change the economy and the business environment here in Ukraine. You're starting at a very young age, and you're going to go very far with it. So make no mistake, creating a successful business takes courage. It takes tenacity. It takes the spark of a great idea and the grit to defend it. You're here today because you have what it takes. And I know we are really looking forward to seeing your proposals, hearing what you have to say, hearing about your ideas, and seeing where you will take them. So the pitches today that you're going to put forward are the first of many in your lifetimes. And although the winners of today's competition will go to Delaware and will participate in the Youth Entrepreneurship Summit, you should understand that regardless of whether you're on the winning team or not, every one of you today has made a tremendous accomplishment of which you should be profoundly proud. You're doing excellent work. The fact that you're here and able to do this is remarkable. Furthermore, your participation in the program overall is just the beginning. You know, what we'd love for you to see is that you use the resources that you gain access to towards the Diamond Challenge Project. Whether it's the online resources, the mentorship, or the online videos, the on-site trainings that you've had in public speaking and presentations. Take that information, internalize it. It's the first of many. You know, this is the beginning of a path of self-development for you that will go on for the rest of your lives. You know, hopefully that what you've learned through this program will steer you towards what you want to study in university or what else you would like to find for training in the field of business and entrepreneurship. This will not be the last time that you'll be practicing pitches, but it's an incredibly important skill to learn and one that you should look for every opportunity to practice and try. Beyond your specific business idea that you're going to put out today, know that what you're doing contributes to Ukraine, contributes to this country in a great way. I've had the good fortune in this position to travel to all four corners of this great country and meet students, meet high school students, college students, meet some of the best, most innovative people I've ever met. People who are creating startups in this country that will change not only the face of Ukraine, but the face of technology, the face of business in this country, and globally. I am incredibly impressed with what I've seen. Ukraine is rich in brilliant ideas and young people to be able to realize, young people who have the resolve to actually make these things happen. I'm certain that among you are tomorrow's Bill Gates and Tim Cooks, and that the businesses that you will open will be tomorrow's equivalent of our Google and Amazon. So with that, I want to wish you good luck today. Good luck with the pitches. I'm really looking forward to hearing from those of you who go to the Youth Entrepreneurship Summit, those of you who go to the University of Delaware, all about your experiences and your impressions. Thank you very much once again. Thank you.
Michael. Thank you, Michael, so much for your inspirational and motivation for our participants today. As Michael said, Diamond Challenge program is a very unique experience that you could gain during your high school years. We started this program 3 years ago when we signed a memorandum of understanding with the University of Delaware to host preliminary round, all Ukrainian national round of Diamond Challenge. And this is our third edition that we are doing it today. So we are happy that with every year, more and more students are participating in the program. And I'm just so nervous even for you. I can imagine how nervous you are. And we wouldn't be able to run this program without our amazing partners, of course. First of all, big thanks to the U.S. Embassy for the support, for doing all the activities that we could organize for you for the preparation before the pitching and after. Let's applaud. I would like to say big thanks to the Ministry of Youth and Sports, who is supporting the project the third year in a row. Alexander Yaremay is the Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports, takes part in our event, and he is here today, the judging committee. I'm just sorry. And I would like to say a big thanks to our partners at Peace Corps. We have some volunteers today who are helping our teenagers to prepare their concept. They are acting as live judges, online judges, and always supporting us in trainings, in all preparative stages of Diamond Challenge. So let's applaud to them. I would like to say big thanks as well to judges that are here today. I'm going to introduce them a little bit later, but thank you very much for being today with us. Your time is really valuable for us, and that you are here, it means that you care about our future generation. And of course, I would like to say big thanks to the America House to let us host our 3rd edition of Diamond Challenge here today. So, before we start with the pitching, I would like to introduce you our honorable judges that are here. So, Alexander Yarema is the Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports. Victoria Mikhailenko, Assistant Cultural Affairs Assistant at the Public Affairs Section at the U.S. Embassy, Kyiv, Ukraine. Thank you, Victoria. Yulia Gerasimenko. She is the founder and CEO of Business Teaching Center. Let's applaud again. Tatiana Prokopchuk is the Vice President at the American Chamber of Commerce in Ukraine. Gennady Shestak, co-owner and director at the company Ugears. And Yuri Tkachenko, CEO of Danish subsidiary of Ukrainian subsidiary of Danish company Velux Ukraine and coordinator of Velux in Belarus. Again. So thank you again for being with us today. I can imagine how nervous they are, but just be with them nice, but objective, okay? So, now we're gonna start pitching. And do we have any teams that wants to be the first? No? No one? We could think about that. So, Victoria, please help us. So you're gonna pick your order now by yourself. So each team, please, one representative come to me and just take your number. Yes, please. No, wait a second. Just leave. Let's there.
First. Okay. Then.
No, wait a second. So who's gonna be the second one? The second.
The second?
Yeah.
You're the third.
Wrong sides? 4.
Just take your seats, please. I will ask you. I will ask you. Just wait a second. So we have the team Progreni, who is the first. In Skylight, the second. Aircraft Transformer. Please practice your English. You're gonna pitch it in English here. Note Space. 5?
Yes.
Drone Side.
4.
Historical Quest. Diary Cooperative. 8? And Private Language School? Third. So now we have all the orders. But now I'm going to talk about the rules, to remind you about the rules, which is a very important thing. So you're going to have 5 minutes for pitching, right? And 5 minutes for answering the questions of judges. You're going to see the timer over here with your remaining time. Right? So you can do here whatever you want, seriously. Just use all your passion, all your creativity to present your project. But just talk about the business, okay? I'm asking all our guests, advisors, not to interrupt the pitches. If someone out of you will say a word or will try to answer the question of judges or something, the team will be disqualified. So please just respect this rule, and only team members can be here at this stage and answer the questions of judges. So the next rule that we have, you are doing the pitches in English, and you are trying to answer the questions, in English too. So please be aware of this. At first, we're gonna have four teams. We have 8 teams in total today. 4 teams. Then we're gonna have a small coffee break, and then we're gonna come to 4 next teams. At the end, all our judges with their scores will proceed after Victoria. She's gonna show you the room where you're gonna decide who will be the winner. I'm asking you just to write down the name of the concept that you are seeing, and then after the pitch, just to put your scores. Each of the team can get up to 60 points, so 10 out of which is given for your creativity. So be creative and just talk about your business like about your passion. So this is it. And after 8 teams, we're going to come back here, and we're going to see who will be the winner, who will get $1,000 and the chance to present their pitch, their business project at the University of Delaware in April and take part in Youth Entrepreneurship Summit. So we have the big prize at stake, right? Yeah. That's great. So we have the first team. I'd like to invite the team Progreni from Dnipro, and they will show us how we can be good child and good grandchildren to our parents and grandparents, right? So please, this is your 5 minutes. Take your microphones, check the clicker. And just say when you are ready.
Okay.
Microphone.
Microphone? Oh.
Microphone is here.
Sorry. So,
Wait a second.
maybe
Are you ready?
everybody can hear me? Yes, I'm ready.
So,
Hi, my name is Alina, and today I'm going to present you our project Progreni. In the modern world, it's very important to cope with information technologies, but some people have problems with that, and maybe you understand what I mean. Our parents and grandparents. Sometimes they call us for help, and we want to do that, but it's not always so that we can do that accurately and exactly. And how do they feel? Underestimated. They have a lack of communication and non-awareness in technical aspects. Just imagine, 24% of all retirees never used a computer. It's a great problem. They have a fear, and it's not good at all. And we want to solve that problem. We want to help them and make a great impact in the world. And how are we going to do that? Here is our solution. Our product, a smart assistant, which is called to cope with technologies. But the value we deliver to the market is not technology. It's a feeling of self-value and socialization. So, how does it work? If the user wants to perform the task, he or she just has to, using voice input or typing it, set this task. The program will build an algorithm, a step-by-step algorithm. And what is the main purpose? The main purpose is to make it as understandable as possible in these words that are going to be really easy for understanding. And if the person doesn't understand a certain step, he can access our program, and Progreni will highlight the places on the screen the user has to click on. So it will be taught and really easy to use. Our customer segments are adults or consumers, but our main customers are their family members. So it's really, it's not often that retirees are going to buy our product. The product will be bought very often by their children and grandchildren, and also organizations we are going to cooperate with. Our market. IT market is huge and full of products, but actually our specialization takes approximately 2%. You think it's too small, but actually that means more than 85 million of retirees in general, so around the world, and it's really impressive. Our competitors are adaptive computers, so computers specifically for retirees, also some smart assistants like Google Assistant or Siri, and also some courses, regular courses or online courses. They are our direct competitors. Our advantage. Of course, there are some assistants. Of course, there are courses. But our advantage is that we make everything clear. We don't have written algorithms. The AI, artificial intelligence, which is implemented in our product, interacts with the user. It looks for needs and for the task that user wants to perform, and it understands it. So if I don't understand some words, I can ask the Progranny, and Progranny will answer me, and so I can ask until I won't get an answer. In the first year, we are going to get 1,000 euros. Users, then sign contracts with 15 organizations and earn approximately 13,000 on subscriptions. We're going to sell directly to our consumers, to our customers, and through some organizations and foundations for retirees. Our revenue model. We are going to monetize our product through subscriptions. When we sell our app, our program, and then we get periodically money for that. And then we have some terms. Some terms, short-term, middle-term, and long-term, and some special offers to attract the users on the initial stage. Most of all, we have operational expenses in the first year. They include some money for our employees, advertisement costs, and licenses for the software we're going to develop. Our financial forecast. In the first year and the second year, it's Ukraine. Then Ukraine and Russia. And from the first year, we are going to serve CIS countries. Here you can see our program team, which is working on our product. And we hope to make the life better and happier for our customers.
Thank you, Progranny.
Thank you.
So, dear judges, I'm asking you to give some questions to our team, but just remember that you have 5 minutes as well. Which is going to start.
Можливо, я спробую, ви можете відповідати англійською. Дуже цікаво, ви з Дніпра, наскільки я розумію.
Yes, we are
Саме в Дніпрі є дуже велика програма «Університет третього віку», яка місцева рада впроваджує для людей, які перебувають на пенсії. І наскільки я розумію, це безкоштовна програма. Чи ви досліджували цей ринок і наскільки вони конкурентні? Тому що, наскільки я розумію, ваші цілі все-таки, що кожна людина, яка підключається до Progranny, вона платить певні внески за те, щоб бути користувачем вашої програми.
Yes, I can answer in English or in Ukrainian. Okay.
In English.
In English, okay. We consider these organizations, these institutes, like both our competitors and both like the organizations we can cooperate with. So when we provide them with our license, they can use this program so in their teaching process, in their courses. But when they don't cooperate with us, then they become our competitors. But actually, we have advantage. We have advantage that is. So it's not just a regular course, it's not written, it's completely interactive with the user and can be adapted to the needs.
It can develop itself because of interacting with this consumer.
Thank you for the question.
Thanks so much for representing the idea you have. I have just a quick question. I didn't get will it be a kind of application that can be used on the phones also, or only you need PC for that?
For first time we will have a computer application, but then we can just increase our market to the phones applications.
Yeah,
it isn't
sure.
very.
You have like.
Yes.
It's a good idea just to provide it.
Yes, this algorithm will be implemented in the next products, but firstly it will be just computer, and then when we develop our team, then it will be widened.
Thanks.
First of all, I'm absolutely delighted to be here and absolutely impressed by the great ideas and the passion and enthusiasm. I have a quick question. Did you have like study or tests on how it works, whether people enjoy that, and what kind of the first feedback?
Yes, of course. We made a survey, so now we have maybe 8% of the finished work, so the programming process is still yours. And we showed our prototype, our idea, to the people who visit the organization. It's an organization for retirees in Dnipro. It's located in Minora Center, and there people can learn some courses. And we made a survey there, and the demand which was found is really impressive, because many people want something that is really easy, that works so I can say some words and it will understand me and it will write me how I can do that. And they said so it would be really really good. Many people answered yes. So we asked whether it will be really useful for them. It seems to me that only three people from 67 answered that maybe I need that, but maybe I wouldn't pay for that, but maybe so yes. But the percentage of the people who may need it is really big. Yes.
The main advantage of our project is that we can use it at home and every time that you want. But another courses you can use only for once a week or twice a week and ask your question. But our project help in the home when you want.
And
Thank you.
The time for last question.
Yeah, I have one question. Actually, your primary audience is quite conservative one, and probably that is the reason why they are so. Some of them are reluctant to use a new technology. How do you motivate people to use this program? Motivate people to continue use this program, not to stop at a certain stage and say it's also quite complicated for me.
So, okay, our main customers are not retirees, but they are family members. And when they see that this program can help both them and their grandparents, their parents, I think it's useful. So we get our initial customers. Then when we give special offers or some advantage of our product, then we develop this relationship between us and between our customers. After the usage, so for example, I have ordered 1 month of usage of Progranny, and then we can offer some special offers, so like for special clients who will be delighted by getting some special offers, so something like nobody else has. So we are going to build our long-term relationship and give some offers for the clients we are working with for a long time.
Gennady, fast. Very fast.
Смотрите, ваш потенциальный, у меня вот чисто бизнесовый вопрос, ваш потенциальный покупатель – это пожилые люди. Вы понимаете, что ваши бизнес-модели с годами их становится все меньше и меньше, то есть ваших покупателей будет все меньше и меньше. Вы думали над тем, как трансформировать свою бизнес-модель для того, чтобы бизнес не умер? Ну, то есть, достигая какой-то определенной точки минимума критической, да, то есть он будет там нерентабелен, например, да? Что дальше, вот вопрос?
Yes, we understand, and we understand that completely, that we some years, so the people who are retirees now, they will be more educated in information technologies, and that's why we say that our program now is important. But the most value brings the algorithm of AI development, of AI learning, which can be implemented in every sphere and in every branch of our life. And maybe it will for these years, for this time, it will bring us profit, because sometimes even we don't know how to do something, and this program will be able to explain not only for retirees but maybe for everyone how to do something, how to follow some steps. And in the future, we will implement our algorithm in other products, in other technologies, and I'm sure that it will have success.
This algorithm can be used not only at home for retirees. We can use it in schools, in medicine, everywhere where you can use questions, where you have questions and you need answers and nobody can help you. So
yes, we will observe and market and build new ideas, build new apps, and so on.
Just a yes/no. Sorry. About the language. I mean, your market is Ukraine and Russia, but you have like perspective in the view in the future. What will be the language and how will it be applied?
So our program will have a lot of languages. So in the first step, we will have Ukrainian, Russian, and English language, and then we will add another languages, of course.
Thank you so much, Team Progreni.
Thank you very much.
I understand that you can talk about your product forever. Good job. So we're gonna give some time for our judges to evaluate the project, right? Вікторія, можеш, будь ласка, ручку дати? Ні. You have one with diamond challenge. Look. This moment of silence. You know, I have the list with your teams, and it's so funny because the first one is Progreni here, and the In Skylight is the second one. Just coincidence. But anyway, so while the judges are finishing with their evaluation, I would like to invite the second team, In Skylight. Please come here and just try if everything works.
Test 1, 2, 3.
Works. Works. Just try. Oh, it works. Just say me when you are ready. You can relax now, you know.
We wanted to be at the second one, now.
There is no tension anymore, you know. нужно выпустить музыку. So. Tatiana, Julia.
It's not very easy.
I know. The first feeling, you know, the first that you get, you should put it. So, the next team is in Skylight. And when Nikola Tesla discovered alternative current electricity system, he would not even guess that team from Alexandria would create something like this, you know. So just meet our next team from Alexandria with their project in Skylight. And your 5 minutes go after man.
Hi everyone, my name is Elizabeth.
And I'm Dmitry.
Today we want to present you our project in Skylight, which aims to create a worldwide network of wireless electricity. Electric current with its worldwide importance still depends on obsolete wire technology. It may seem harmless, but at high frequencies increase the risk of cancer, cataract and mental illnesses.
Moreover, they lose more than 20% of energy during its transportation.
The radio, TV and the internet are already free of wires, so now it's time for our electrical grid to be wireless as well.
Imagine a device very similar to a common Wi-Fi router that creates an electric field around our homes and cities to power all supplies.
This is in Skylight plant, and it perfectly fits both for generation and transfer of the electric power. It can be used both for private individuals and benefit of society.
The heart of the installation is the inductor coil that activates Earth's electromagnetic field, creating low-frequency electromagnetic waves that are able to provide energy for any consumer in the area. It's possible due to the phenomenal qualities of the natural hyperbolic form of the coil.
In this way, the work of the system becomes incredibly productive, reaching 200% of efficiency and absolutely harmless to all living beings.
In different sizes, the technology can be used in different spheres, like houses, cities, and other spheres of humanity.
We will be able to use appliances, charge electric cars, and illuminate the streets without any single wire. This is how we see the future of our technology.
Look, it really applies to any conditions and aims, ranging from small offices to enormous cities.
Features of the product allow us to cover several markets at the same time. Sure, it will create a personal niche of fast-growing renewables and wire-free technologies.
Our main competitors are power line construction companies, alternative sources of energy, and existing wireless technologies. The strongest advantages of InSkylight are efficiency, universality, with a low price of electricity transferring.
The team's main product is technology. With $300,000 of investments, we will be able to construct a full-scale model, a research center, to get international patenting.
Starting with large plans in business-to-business and business-to-government sectors, and we are sure to move on to a consumer product with smaller sizes and better qualities.
The primary goal is to create MVP in next 3 years, but the full realization of the project will take 5 years.
The period is necessary for complete testing of the technology, patenting, and advertising. And we plan to get 20% of the added value from each 58. From each $58,800 from each price plant from the model of licensing, and the sale of more than 9 technical projects per month will make steady growth possible. Elizabeth, me, and Daniel are leaders of the project.
In the past 3 years of OXT, we have managed to collaborate with more than 15 scientists and teams in the Novato Union to bring this and other mind-blowing ideas into the world. InSkylight project is a big dream. It's about science. It's about significant decision for future. Let's change the way we interact with energy together. Join our project. Make the dream come true. Thank you.
Thank you, questions.
Смотрите, ребят, я не совсем понял, башня сама генерит энергию или она распределяет энергию?
Okay, thank you for your question. The plant radiates electromagnetic waves that are polarized due to the phenomenal qualities of hyperbolic plant. They polarize molecules of gases in the air around the plant. And through the process of polarization, charged electrons from space around our antenna move to this antenna, and receiving antenna receives all the energy due to the phenomenon of magnetic resonance and activation of Earth's electromagnetic field. And energy of Earth's electromagnetic field will cover all losses during its wireless transportation.
В таком случае, если башня сама генерит, то сколько стоит одна башня и сколько она вырабатывает энергии? Есть какие-то расчеты?
As we see in our speech, one plant costs about $57,800. It is a plant in 15 meters in radius and 15 meters in height. And this plant radiates electromagnetic waves and receiving antenna receive energy with 200% of efficiency. If we put as an example 10 kilowatts of electricity on the transmitting antenna, on receiving antenna we will get up to 20 kilowatts of energy. But this energy, power of our installation can be changed, is changeable.
Давайте более короткие ответы. $57 тысяч и 20 киловатт в час.
No. It is as an example. But the primary goal for our technology is to create wireless electricity to transfer energy without wires. Generation of electricity is like another effect which also good for our technology.
Я цифры спросил, цифры, просто цифры, без...
Up to 3 megawatts. Yeah, per hour.
3 мегаватта?
Yes,
Мы
about...
не ослышались?
No.
Одна башня.
The power depends on size of the plant. So
Есть расчеты?
Yeah, I have a...
The more you want to get, the bigger plant you need to build.
But this technology can be used in a small houses to charge your phone without wires on a distance at 2 or 3 meters from a transmitting antenna.
Is there any analogy in the world?
Excuse me, can you?
Is there any analogy in the world of the project like this?
Like scientists from all over the world are working on these ideas, but they are not so popularized due to power line constructing companies which earn a lot of money due to constructing and due to transferring this energy. And as we are kids and we are may seem naive, so we want to develop this technology and change the world to make it wireless, make life easier. Yeah.
I have a question. You indicated the estimation of the investment, like $300. How are you going to? What kind of companies you will approach first, like to offer this unique and amazing opportunity to be the first investors?
I think we can try with power constructing companies to give them alternative way. And
do you have someone in mind, like names?
I think Tesla, maybe. I don't know. He's not about power constructing companies, but I think they might be interested in this technology.
Thank you very much.
Could you clarify business model for me? First of all, how would you like to charge for this electricity, or you have any different kind of business model? How to get the profit from it?
So the constructing of the plant might be really hard. So we want to sell the technology, and then companies will construct it, will give all instructions how to do that, and will help with all that they need.
Один короткий вопрос. Насколько это безопасно? Не поджарят ли эти башни вокруг себя все живое? 3 мегаватта — это очень большая энергия, очень большая.
3 megawatts, it is only for generation. But we can, if we use this technology for electricity transferring, this technology uses low frequency wise. This is frequency is frequency of Earth's electromagnetic field, and low frequency wise are harmful for our organism.
So it's absolutely harmless to all living beings.
Thank you. Thank you, in Skylight. Good job. So, dear judges, now you have some time to evaluate the concept, the page that you saw. The first shining prototype. That's cool. I guess for the next time we need some music in between. Yeah? So, yeah. Are you ready? Yeah. When you know many languages, you know many cultures, right? So every person, regardless their place of living, should have an opportunity to be the part of global community when he or she can share knowledge and their experience among others. So just meet our next team, private language school from Kitaygorodka, and the girls will show you how to erase boundaries and make teaching of English in small towns and villages exciting. Yulia, it's your your expertise here. So please, girls. Just if everything works, just check and just say when you are ready.
Yes, we are ready.
Go.
Hello, everybody. My name is Alena.
My name is Victoria.
I'm glad to see you at this event. I would like to begin with the words of the great German writer Johann Wolfgang Goethe. He said, "He who doesn't know foreign language doesn't know anything about his own." It sounds categorical, however, the philosophical meaning of the statement is that one cannot understand oneself without knowing the other, and it's hard not to agree. So, our business concept is called Private Language School. Learning foreign language is very important in modern life, but not everyone can overcome the language barrier. So, therefore, our team decided to start our business in this direction.
Our concept was the creation of private school in Nikopol city for learning foreign language, English, German, French, and other, with the ability to prepare for external testing. So our goals this project are ability to learn language as quickly as possible, help children and adults overcome the language barrier, provide students with opportunities from personal and career development, increasing the competitiveness of country in the international market.
In our opinion, competition analysis is one of the main factors to starting up your own business. We conducted such research in the city of Nikopol and found that there are only 4 language schools. All of them are near in the same street and are similar to each other. But our team plans to open a language school that is significantly different from them. So the competitiveness of our enterprise is based on workbooks and books for studying are ordered abroad. This is definitely not in the competitive schools.
No homework, implementation and independent tasks only under the supervision with teacher, without the use of other resources, internet, books and other prompts. It's fastens knowledge of students well.
There is a single school desk that helps a student have their own space and access to use only own knowledge.
The free chat,
individual lessons in Skype,
communication with native speakers from different countries.
Thematic patches. Thematic patches are arranged for each group separately. It depends on which language groups studying. For example, if some groups study English, they celebrate holidays of the UK. If German, they celebrate holidays of German.
The opportunity to get different grants to travel around the world and learn languages.
Control competition allows you to assess the success of your own activities, to respond in time to the actions of the opponent, and is easier to determine the priority of their activities. But the main thing is to increase the competitiveness of own enterprise.
To organize the project, we will need purchase of premises, equipment and the repair of premises, qualified staff, advertising and financial capital. It is planned to rent a 6-room office. Among these, 4 regular classes, 1 for listening and reception. To equip these rooms, we will need a list of things that you see on the screen.
In order to start this business, we need 300,000 hryvnias for startup expenses. After analyzing the income and expenses, for the next 3 years, we can make the following conclusion. Every month, we will have income of 20,000 hryvnias. In the year, we will have 240,000 of income. And in 3 years, we will have an income 720,000 hryvnias, among which 30,000 hryvnias are investments that it will be possible to return in 3 years. Return on investment is 46%. Our team consists of me, Victoria, and our mentor are ready to start it because we have so enough experience to initiate this project. So I have experience in research project in German, also participated in the seminars scientific reading with the participation of German ambassador Wolfram Messinger. I have participated in many competitions in foreign language, organized the days of English at school, so therefore I know how to make studying foreign language interesting and exciting.
And I took part in regional Olympiads and Euro students and computer science, participated in design competitions, so I can make our school beautiful and modern one. I also have certain organizational skills that I want to implement in this project. So choose our project that unites the whole world. Thank you. We are ready to answer your question.
Julia.
Okay, well, you must be expecting questions from me, but actually, I organized my own school at the age of 21 and without any investments. So the investments, the money you counted, actually it's possible to do without money at all. So think about how it could be like organized without money, without attraction the money. Because the cost you wrote there, like you counted, it's high, but it's high. And anyways, the idea is great, and I would like to ask you about the mission. Like, what is the mission of your idea? There should be, I guess, if you have any. Like, tell me.
The mission of our idea is that to teach all people speak foreign languages, because it's very important in modern life.
It is important, but there are so many language centers all over the world, and everybody like tries to teach English. What would you specifically like to pay attention to, and how would you like to help this world? Maybe thinking not from the point of view of business idea, but from the point of view of mission. How you would help? How can you help?
We plans make thematic parties that can help. Not only not only studying language, but all of this participation of these thematic parties can teach the culture of other country.
Скажіть, будь ласка, у вас було зазначено, що ви плануєте, от частина навчання – це скайп-комунікація з людьми, які проживають за кордоном, тобто носіями мови. Яким чином ви плануєте шукати і мотивувати цих людей долучатися до вашої системи? Тобто чому вони повинні це робити, як ви бачите?
I have some website like Italki. It's very big site that help people around the world study English or another language. There are a lot of native speakers that can help you, and I have some nephew in abroad that can always help me and my customers.
Many thanks for your initiative. I have a question. Because of this market, it's quite competitive market. What is your marketing strategy? How will you approach your customers? What will you offer? How you will make them interested? Thank you.
We conducted such research in the city of Nikopol and found that there are only 4 schools. I personally go on each these schools and applicate in this. But no, everyone called me for during the month. It's very bad for this city. We plan to make this our school in Nikopol city, but I think that competitiveness is so bad.
Hi, my question is very simple. As a potential customer, maybe I will move to Nikopol one day. How do you calculate the price for the English language course for the average target audience, taking into account the average salary level in that city?
For example, our teacher can go on 1 or 2 lessons and pay for only for 8 hours that he works. We can our prices that, for example, for little children, we can make cheap prices, and for adults we have high prices, because to teach adults is very hard. Thank you.
So you do have any formula, or you have any estimations on how you calculate, or you just rely on per hour honoraria for the teachers that you will need to pay?
Yes, we have.
And the time for last question? No? Okay, thank you, girls. Thank you so much. Good job. So So I'm inviting the third team while our fourth team while our judges are evaluating the English language school. Just please try. You can try if everything works. It works. And you should pitch in the microphone. And on the stage.
So.
Wait a second. The judges is not ready. Are we ready? We know that now machines are replacing people everywhere. Some people can say that it's a bad thing. Some people argue that it's a good thing. So meet the team from Chernivtsi with their concept drone site that will prove you that machines can be very useful while doing business.
Dream creates success. That's why we are here. From our childhood, we were interested into drones and Mediasphere. For example, Alex had his own drone, and I ran my YouTube channel. We considered all that as toys, but recently we saw a huge opportunity to develop our own deal. So let's go to the drone site.
Sales volume of drones in Ukraine exceeded $1 million per month, but it's hard to imagine how much money you can get for providing services by drones. After all, not every person can buy this device, and those who can rarely use them into the business sphere to provide services. I have never seen an operator with drone on the holiday or wedding, but it's difficult to imagine this situation while you are abroad. In Ukrainian market, there are no companies that provide services like ours. It is impossible to find a professional operator, furthermore, with drone and additional video editing service. You can find only services that give you ability to rent a drone, but they're useless if you want to have a good video of your event.
So, ideal start for us is Mediasphere. In Ukraine, it's popular branch, and starter costs will be much lower than beginning in agrarian or industrial area. Professional drone pilot in cooperation with video editor who can work even at home will be able to render any type of video with help of our according to all our customers' requirements. In this area, it isn't hard to have lower prices with higher quality than our competitors.
We conducted a market analysis and identified the main companies that act as our competitors and provide services by using drones on Ukrainian market like Smart Drones, Drone UA, and AgroDrone. But these companies offer services only in agrarian and industrial area. In video recording sphere, most of services are offered by amateur pilots who won't even cut your video. Also, there are companies like Arena and Dwight that offer only drone rent services.
So, you don't have an ability to make qualitative video without skills. And our advantage is actually this. We will provide full cycle of creating from recording to sending the completed film. Professionalism is what will allocate us from other drone filmers.
We will start not only by aerial filming, but with thermal imaging too. It is a really useful procedure that helps to find problematic areas in buildings or fields and to save warmth and energy. Thermal mapping is a very popular procedure in developed countries, and the equipment isn't very expensive. There are people who offer services with thermal imaging cameras, but thermal imaging from drone is much more efficient and faster because from air it isn't hard to observe big objects and areas.
We want to start the company in Kyiv because there are more potential clients and the market is bigger than the market in regions. We calculated the structure of starter investments and defined the optimal cost sites in size of $43,000. It consists main drones, video recording equipment, computer, car, and other equipment for office room.
There are two parts of income in the first year of our activity: aerial video recording and thermal imaging.
With the help of active advertising, we want to reach the maximum of usage of our resources. That is about 5% of weddings and other events, including thermal analysis. When we reach this serving point in the first 3 months, we will get stable income for 300,000 hryvnias per month. So we need to work at least 1,100 hours. That is about 200 days to return all our investments.
The big opportunity for us is development of precision agriculture in Ukraine. It is a set of innovative methods that help to increase the amount of harvesting several times. And the using of drones is one of the most important methods in precision agriculture. We will use two main types of drones in our services. Inspectors and sprayers. With the help of inspectors, the company will quickly analyze the field area and create special maps that will help farmers to treat their crops. Sprayers are the new development of leading companies that help to fertilize agriculture faster and much more qualitative. This type of drone is already working on fields abroad, so these technologies are very efficient, so they help to save time, energy, and environment. On the start of the work, most of clear revenues will be invested into growth of the company and transition onto new areas.
In general, we want to start like a small company that will need a lot of our hard work. But the whole concept is a model with perspective of intensive growth, not only in area of serving, but in sphere of new technologies at all. Our main goal is to make people aware of importance of using drones and modern technologies as methods that help save time, energy, and improve life in general. Thanks.
Достаточно интересная тема, но смотрите, я просто немножко в этой теме. Я очень хорошо знаком с командой Drone.ua, мы даже их чуть не зафинансировали, но тему изучили хорошо. А как вы собираетесь, например, с ними конкурировать? Там достаточно сильные ребята.
Yes, but we will start in a small market for not high prices. And there, as you told, there work professionalists with the team of 3 and more people that have higher prices than ours. We will start in small market like small weddings and events, and then we'll grow by the base of clients.
Еще замечание скорее в презентации, да, что не понравилось, это такой совет на будущее. Я не совсем понял, зачем вам электромобиль. И если вы всерьез думаете о том, что это проект реализует жизнь, а не игрушка, то совет относиться к инвесторским деньгам более щепетильно. Зачем вам электромобиль на старт?
We will go on. We want to take a bigger part of the market and take bigger base of clients. We want to start in Kyiv, so if we have a pretty high price equipment, so we can't use public transport, and it will be much faster because we want to serve more than 2 customers a day. So we will need a quick transition.
Для этого не обязательно покупать. Смотрите, у меня компания, которая не владеет ни одним автомобилем, где работает 250 человек, где достаточно большие обороты, но у меня нет ни одного автомобиля. То есть я не имею в виду свой личный, на котором я передвигаюсь, а вот именно для работы нет. Очень прекрасно здесь работает аутсорс. Потому что сумма в $43 тысячи, которую вы просите, там львиную долю займет автомобиль. Вы лучше потратите на разработку, на дроны, на что-то, что сделает вас более конкурентоспособными, более привлекательными, чем на автомобиль, офис и еще что-то. Поверьте моему совету и моему опыту.
Thanks.
company A, B, C, D that you would like to approach immediately once you have everything ready?
We want to start by the concept of B2C, not too big business. We want to make a base of clients that will give us starter money to grow. And then we will serve all companies that will need our resources. For example, only this day we saw a video was shooted by drone in the metro, so they also need services.
Okay, thank you. Just then one more question. Speaking about customers, do you see like very clear picture who you will approach, like industry or area or profession or whatever? Like who will be your customers? Like initial target.
Initial target, first customers, we planned that there will be people who have weddings or trips in the region of Kyiv. Most of them want to have a great content to post it on Instagram or other social media. So we'll create a professional film or video, great photos from air that are much more beautiful.
So today, I will say. So today there are big quantity of amateur pilots who can make a video for you, but we will to get the ready product with ready video, completed product with completed video, and professionalism is that professionalism will allocate us from other people.
Thank you and good luck.
Do I have time?
The last.
The last question. The matter is that the idea is really big, like big idea, but you have just made it small, like only videos. Think about like Amazon used drones, like DHL used
Delivery.
it. Sorry?
Delivery?
Delivery, yes. Not only agri sector or you also industry or video, making just video media. Think about something, make it as a mass market delivery. It will be it will reduce costs, I guess. But anyways, you will reach more people, more clients. It's just an idea.
Yes, that we thought about that idea, but in perspective of growth, we wanted to reach one area by one because we don't want to catch 3 rabbits at one time, one by one, and when we will have a base of drones and clients and resources, we will start on drone projects like delivery. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So, Sasha, the microphone. It works? Oh, okay. So now 4 teams are already pitched their ideas, and we still have 4 of them. So now we're gonna have, while our judges are completing the forms for the last one, we'd like to invite all of you for the coffee break, and we're gonna come back in 30 minutes for the remaining 4 pitches. Yeah.